Earlier on Thursday in Singapore, Brazil played Senegal. They drew 1-1 and Stevie Nicol, Neymar, at the age of 27, won his 100th cap. How impressive is that?
Oh, that's an impressive start. I mean, it tells you, as big a name as he is, it tells you the desire he has to turn up and play for his country. You know, you said this game was in Singapore. Brazilians, unlike a lot of other countries' players, will go to the end of the earth to put that jersey on, and he's a prime example of that.
And that's the thing, even when he was coming through the ranks at Santos in Brazil, when Brazil don't have World Cup qualifiers or Copa America, then they play this Brazil World Tour. They're in all the continents. It's very rare for him to kind of make up an injury and say, not for me this time. What does that tell you about him as a person?
Well, I think it tells you that he loves his country, you know, and surprise, surprise, football is the biggest sport in Brazil. And it means everything to them. It's almost life and death to them. So that's why you never find, not just Neymar, but any Brazilian player pulling out a squad unless you really have to.
I want you to have a look at a full screen now with the caps and goals of certain real top Brazilians. And how would you compare Neymar with the legends like Pele and Ronaldo, Romario and Zico?
Well, he's not anywhere near Pele, Ronaldo or Zico. Let's be honest. You know, people tell me that Neymar won an Olympic gold medal for his country. That's an under-23 tournament. How many superstars do we see? Oh, he won an under-23 tournament. You know, that is the fact of the matter. And, you know, the names you showed there, you talk about class. Let's take Pele. Okay, maybe the greatest player of all time. But you know what? He had absolute class. Not just off the field, but on the field.
He's lacking class, do you think?
Absolutely. Listen, this guy goes around in Liga trying to make people look stupid, trying to make his fellow professionals, his opposition, look bad. Can you name me another Brazilian superstar? A Garrincha, for example, you know, way ahead of his time, would take players on for fun. But you know what? He made them look stupid, but he wasn't trying to. He was that good. This guy goes around trying to humiliate his opponents. What kind of class is that?
Different eras, though, Stevie, and I get what you're saying.
It's nothing to do with different eras.
But you've just
it's
mentioned
to do with
Pele.
Class. Class is always
fair.
And always will be.
I get that, but there's a lot more distractions for him. Should he just concentrate more on the football, and then he might have a chance of being in your top 5?
You know, he was trending towards being maybe in the top 5 Brazilians of all time until he left Barcelona. You know, he had the opportunity at Paris Saint-Germain to get himself in that top 5. But what did he do? He took the other road. You know, at Barcelona, yes, he was class. Yes, he had ability. Yes, he scored goals. But there was a guy called Messi keeping him in check. As soon as he got away from Messi, and that was his opportunity to show the world, not only is this guy as good as any other Brazilian, but has the class of any other Brazilian. And quite frankly, since that moment till now, he's shown that he's classless.
Okay, finally, if he goes back to Barcelona, could he get that class back?
Yes. And the reason being, one, Lionel Messi. But I don't think that in itself is a great testament to this guy's character when we're saying there's only one guy in the world that can get him back to his best. That's definitely a character flaw that he has, and one that we don't know whether he's ever going to get over.
Well, nobody's perfect, and regardless of what you think of him, to get 100 caps for any country is an achievement, but to do it at the age of 27 is quite the achievement.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.